Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And now we go from the painting video to the Mod Podge and protection video. So basically, after you paint your dolls, you want to get ready for this. Once you let your doll sit for a little while, I'm going to show you what she looks like now. Yeah, her face is done, guys. So I kept with the blue idea of the blue and black. So yay. So yeah, she is ready for her protection. So after you're done with everything else, once the paint gets to this point of finishedness or doneness, you basically are ready to put your Mod Podge on. Now, the one thing about Mod Podge is that like I said, Mod Podge is a sealer, but know this, it takes time for it to set up, guys. So get your paintbrush back out, and the first thing you're gonna start with is this. Now, at this time, you can start adding stuff to her. If you want to add some glitter, some glitter, more glitter to her, you can. And I usually take this thing out anyway because it doesn't stay in very long. So yeah, so when it comes to the Mod Podge, I literally take an entire dry, just put it on. Now, the same way you do the paint, you want to do the Mod Podge. Start with your side painting and start putting it on. Make sure you get no pooling or anything like that. Make sure you get around the curve of her ears and everything. Now, like I said, make sure this first coat is a very, very thin coat. You see what I mean? You can't have it too thick or anything like that. Now, make sure you don't get any pooling whatsoever. Now, when it comes to Mod Podge, this stuff will dry clear. So basically, what you want to do, you want to put the full effect of the Mod Podge. You don't want to mix it with any water or anything else. Now, you will continue to do this. And when it comes to her, you want to go all the way around her head. Everything has to be hit with the Mod Podge, even the head cap. Even though you really don't need it on the head cap, I would still hit it anyway, just to protect it from damage. Because once you put it there, you get a pretty good protection layer. Now, like I said, this is your first layer. Now, make sure you smooth it out as you go through. This not only protects her, this gives you some extra protection on your doll. Make sure you get behind the ears and around the area and get everything all covered up. And make sure that it's smooth. Now, this layer of Mod Podge is not going to be the one that will protect her. To be known, when it comes to the head, it only needs about one coat of Mod Podge. But I always make sure I put two, just to be safe. Now keep brushing it as you go, as it starts to dry, because the thinner it is, the better. So as you can see, she's starting to dry. I don't want any pooling whatsoever. Make sure you get all the spots that you think you're gonna miss. Once you get everything, and pull that out completely. Same way you did with the glue, the paint, you want to do with the glue. Even though as it starts to dry, you'll know it because it'll start getting sticky. So as you go on through your little Mod Podge, just continue to just wipe it down and clean and just do what you gotta do with it. Put your layer of Mod Podge on there, nice and thin. Your first layer on, nice and thin. Now, I'm not trying to tape down the head or anything because that won't happen until after I put the first coat of the sealant on there, which is the Dura Clear Matte Varnish. And once she's done, this is what she's going to look like for a while. But as she dries, it will clear up and it should dry matte, hopefully. I'm not going to cross my fingers that that'll happen. But it does help, believe me. It does help to dry matte. And just keep doing it. And just keep pulling it off the top and everything, and make sure it's nice and smooth so you don't have that um, that look. So basically, this is what is going to happen to her as she dries, and she'll start drying immediately, guys. It doesn't take but like about 30 minutes for this stuff to dry. So I promise you, once you're done, just put your brush back in the water. Please make sure you place that brush in the water. Now you let this dry for about an hour. Even though it says 20 minutes, I let it dry for about an hour. Let it completely set up, and I go through it wherever I see any like lumps or bumps or anything like that, and I try to get rid of that. But yeah, but as she dries, as you can see, she's starting to dry already. She will dry in about a short amount of time, guys. Believe me. And your next thing you want to put on this is this puppy right here. Now, remember, when you mixing this, always mix it with water. Because if you take the full effect of this stuff, for some reason, when it dries, it cracks. I don't know. And I guess the water prevents it from doing that. But yeah, once this stuff is set up and once the Mod Podge is set up, you basically got a pretty good doll that will basically seal up, and you won't have to worry about this. So yeah, but other than that, yes, the first layer of Mod Podge is down, and she is being sealed. Now I'm still doing a body, so I'm not going to worry about it. Now, I know a lot of people probably say, when you're going to connect the head to the body. I will connect the head to the body once this get on. Once I put this on. Once this dries for his first time, for his second coat on the head can then be placed back on the body, which means that that means that the head will be able to take the hot water that is placed on it to make it. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sleepy. To make it do what it needs to do. But like I said, it basically is going to seal up pretty good. And don't worry about any holes or anything in her ears or something like that, because once you're done with all that, you can just kick the holes, put the holes back in there using the thing. But as you can see, she's starting to dry up, and I'm glad she's definitely turning matte. So like I said, a thin layer, very thin, and then you place this on it. So guys, unfortunately, this is the shortest video you're going to get, because this right here takes a while. So once you're done with this first layer of Mod Podge, like I said, let it sit for about a good 20 to 30 minutes. I usually allow mine to sit for 1 hour, and 1 hour only. And then I come back and put my second layer on it. And then I will come back and place this on it as well. Now the same thing for the body. When the first half, I do the top half of the body first, allow that to dry, and then I come back and do the bottom half. Allow that to dry, and then I go back and forth from there. Then I do the top half again, and then I do the bottom half, and that's the 2 coats that I need. Sometimes I put a third or fourth coat on there. But once it's on there, you basically have your doll is pretty much done. And then all of a sudden you got this. Now your next video, I'm not going to bring you a second video. So you guys already know, once you put the Mod Podge on, and as you can see, it's already dry. That's pretty good. So as you can see, she's already drying like I need her to. And like I said, it only takes like 30 minutes for her to dry. And she's not even tacky, guys. Right now, she's cold. That means she's still a little bit wet. So I'm not going to put any more on her. I'm just going to let her completely get hard as a rock when it comes to this Mod Podge. and because it takes time for it to dry in the back of it. Now you can add more onto her where she's like this, but I prefer to let the first layer dry, come back and add the second layer to add the more protection to her, and then like I said, I'll come back in with this stuff. And I will keep doing this until she's done. Once her head is protected and I know her head and her everything is done, then I will boil my water and I will place her head back on her body, and then I'll come back in and I'll start putting the Mod Podge and stuff on the body. But most of the time I will do the body right quick and just go ahead and get it out of the way. But yeah, so I'm liking the way it is coming out. It's matte. It's not shiny. So yeah, she's already turning out the way I want her. I love the matte finish on her skin, and it makes her look so pretty. I cannot wait to put the eyes in her. So guys, I this is a shorter video. Now the next time I come back on, I will be ready for this. That probably won't be to tomorrow because right now I'm very tired. You guys saw me yarn. I am tired. I've been up all night. I've been all morning long working on her, and since her head is pretty much done, I'm gonna let her dry her two glue sections, and then I'm gonna come in with this. I'm gonna go ahead and add it to her and basically make her waterproof. Once she's waterproof, because even when this dries, if you put water on it, it will turn back white again. So yeah. So this is why you let this completely seal and dry. But I love the way she's looking right now. And that is so adorable. I cannot wait to do her wig. Now, the next video after this one will be her wig tutorial. So I will go through the wig tutorial. I will let you guys see how to make these wigs. And once you're done making, once you decide that you want to make one of these wigs, I'm telling you, they are like so worth it. I'm loving it. So until then, guys, it's getting 12 minutes. And I know this is a very short video, but the next time I come on, she will be completely sealed. Her head will be done. The body is the only thing that I will be working on. So I'll probably get up throughout the night again and go through over her a second time with the Mod Podge, in which the head will definitely get a second coat to it. But right now she's good to go. But yes, so she's basically there. She's ready for her eyes and everything, but not yet. I want to put her protective coating on her, like this stuff right here. So yeah, but other than that, once the body is dry and complete, I think this might be the last coat that I'm gonna put on the body for now. I can come back to the joints later and finish them up, but right now the body is completely done, and it's time for it to get its first coat. But first, before I do that, I want to go ahead and put her tattoos on, because she's gonna have a tattoo on her. I think on her chest. I have a blue rose that I'm gonna put on her. But yeah, so guys, she's almost done. And once she's done, believe me, it's worth it. I'm going to show you guys, like I said, I'm going to show you more and more of her. And once you're done, you'll be done. I swear, you will be 150% done. It doesn't take a lot to do her. Once you're done, you will feel so much better. Okay, guys. So it's getting 13 minutes, and I'm going to call it quits, guys, because it's late. It's night. It's like 9 o'clock here where I'm at right now, because time has been going really weird, and it doesn't feel like it should be 9. So, yeah. So your next video will come, and I will show you how to put the sealant. Once you're done, I will show you. Your next video coming will basically either be your sealant video, or I might just go ahead and put her to the yarn wig tutorial, because you guys I've repeated this over and over. Then you know the steps. Use the Mod Podge first, put about 2 seal her twice. Then you come back in with, after you let her dry completely for at least 2 hours. Come back in with your matte, your Dura clear matte varnish. Put it on her one time, let her seal, let her completely dry for 2 hours, come back again, put another coat of that on there, let her seal again, and boom, once you've done that second coat to the head, she is finished. You can actually literally physically put her eyes in. You can basically, since she can put her eyes in, but when it comes to her, I'm not going to put her eyes in just yet, as well as her eyelashes, because it takes a lot when it comes to her eyelashes. So once she's completely sealed up with no problem, then I'll come in with her eyelashes. Once her eyelashes are in and her eyes are in, I don't have anything to worry about once I put it together. Now, when she's finally revealed at the last time, she will be fully clothed. But I will bring you guys the wig tutorial is next. So this is how you seal. So I've given you what you need to see when it comes to sealing your doll. You start with your Mod Podge first, 2 coats, thin layers. Then you come in with this, same thing, 2 coats, thin layers. You can put more than 2 coats on there, because the more coats you put on there, the more protected she will be. Remember, when it comes to this stuff, please mix it with water, guys. If you do not mix it with water, I don't know why it does it, but for some reason, if you don't mix it with water, it cracks. When it seals up, it literally starts wrinkling. So yeah, so be very careful with this stuff. Once you seal it, there's no change in your mind. Once this stuff goes down on your doll, there's no change in your mind, because it's permanent. Who am I kidding? Once the paint goes down, it's permanent. There's no change in your mind. So yes, guys. And if you're wondering if you could use spray sealant, you can. And I do use spray sealant, and you guys know this. But I prefer this. This makes it permanent. And it basically, once it's done, you can basically put your doll even in water. And this makes it waterproof. So I'd rather have this than the spray sealant any day. Okay, guys, it's coming 17 minutes, and I am going to say goodnight for this video right here, because this is the last one before the wig tutorial. The wig tutorial will be tomorrow after I get from the store. I have to go to Target, so I'll deal with Target tomorrow. So, yeah. So, until then, guys, peace out. Love you. And I will see you guys in the last video.